The holiday season is in full swing, and many people will be taking a trip to spend some quality time with family and friends. So what do you need to know about travel insurance before you head off? And are there alternatives available? Joining us to discuss is Peter Sashaki from Everything Financial. Peter, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so for people who don't know what travel insurance does, why is it important to have
Well,
it?
it's if you leave Canada and you're really not covered, you're kind of just covered by whatever our local BC health insurance would be, which is a drop in the bucket. So travel insurance can do everything from get you into the hospital, get you treatment right away, get you back to Canada. I mean, just making sure you have full medical protection when you're outside of Canada, but it can get very expensive as you get older.
Ah, okay. So let's talk more about that. So when you're thinking about travel insurance, what is the first rule of thumb to consider then?
Well, first off, look at that there's no pre-existing conditions. So that would mean if you've had a health incident that you've been treated for, make sure you can still be covered for that. Because in some cases, you buy the less than stellar travel insurance and you've taken medication for a heart condition or high blood pressure and you go have a heart attack, you may not be covered. So you've got to look and make sure there's no pre-existing conditions to make sure you truly are covered.
And does age, if you mentioned depending how old you are, does age become a factor?
There's a lot of people, once they hit that late 70s, 80s, will go, I'm not going to Palm Springs, I'm not going to Phoenix anymore, I'm not going to Mexico anymore, I'm not going anywhere anymore because the cost of the traditional, let's just say over-the-counter travel insurance that we're all used to becomes so expensive. I'm talking thousands upon thousands of dollars for a short-term trip. When the travel insurance is 3 times more than the ticket, people go, maybe I won't be I won't be going anymore. Or some people go without insurance, and
Yikes.
That's risky.
What is a common mistake that people make when they travel or when it comes to making travel insurance?
Not even buying it in the first place, or they think they bought it for a previous trip and they don't realize it expired because they might have bought travel insurance that's good for 15 days or good for 30 days. And they think, okay, I'm good. But that particular one they have might not be for recurring trips. And suddenly they go on another trip 3 months later and they have no coverage.
Yikes, that would be a nightmare.
That would
be a travel nightmare. Okay, so let's talk about the alternatives, because I think a lot of people are unaware that there even are other things out there.
Yes, and as a disclaimer, I have not paid 1 penny from this company or any endorsement deals. This happened from a client who had it. There's a company we found out about called MedJet, and it's basically like a first-class air ambulance service. No pre-existing conditions before age 75, and the cost of this coverage is way more competitive than the traditional travel insurance, but it might not be right for everybody. So you've got to go to their website, talk to a person, read all the rules about it, because the one main thing is you have to make sure that you can be stabilized before you get on this luxury air ambulance and get flown back to Canada. But most travel insurance companies, Carrie, that's all they want to do. They want to stabilize you. They don't want to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in another country to take care of you.
Right.
They want to get you back to Canada. So that's what this company specializes in. And I know we've asked a few others out there who have used it. It all worked out really well. But stabilization, getting stable, getting on this air ambulance, there's doctors, there's nurses, et cetera, is the key.
So that might be a good solution for someone who does have a pre-existing condition and can't get regular travel insurance.
Think so. We thought of, we were talking about this the other day on another episode I was doing. We thought about a perfect example. A few years ago, I got kidney stone. Well, a kidney stone, they could stabilize, but I was in a lot of pain. So what if you had a kidney stone, you're in a lot of pain, but you got to get back to get treatment or get surgery? It's an easy item, well, not easy, didn't seem easy at the time, to get stabilized, put you on a plane, get you back to Canada. I had a client who used this, I found out about it, was surfing and whatnot, broke ribs, broke an ankle, big wave hit him. He was able to get stabilized, but he was going to need a couple other follow-up surgeries. They got him stabilized in Mexico, MedJet,
back to Canada,
and then he was able to get everything he needed back at home, and then get into the surgeries he needed here in Canada.
Okay.
So it can work, but just read the fine print like we talk about with any insurance in these segments. Read it and make sure it's right for you, because it's not the be-all and end-all for everybody, but it's worth looking at.
Yeah, a lot of people will be traveling for the holidays, so this is really good, timely advice. Peter Sashaki, Everything Financial. Good to see you.
And we'll sort of see you on Friday, Toy Mountain.
Oh, of course. Yes, you're always a regular donor there.
Little plug for that.
Yes, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Peter.